Hey guys, thanks for coming in and checking this out. So this is our three critter team versus Tiffany Nelson. Um, I'm set up with three critters, Crispin, and then I have a Mudshell Conch as my number 2 and a Blind Rat as my number 3. Crispin is set up with Wood Chipper, Crouch, Nut Barrage. The Mudshell Conch has Ooze Touch, Acidic Goo, and Dive. And Blind Rat is set up with Sneak Attack, Lullaby, and Call Darkness. Okay, so things to know about this. I found that getting a Nut Barrage up on Jinx immediately, because I want to be able to use it 2 times, is key to what I'm trying to get done. Then you can go ahead and apply the Crouch. You'll find that his second attack hits you for a truckload. So you really want to have your damage up to handle all this. Okay, so this is even good. So I've only gotten one nut barrage up, and the reason why is because he was critting like crazy. But this is the better side of the RNG. So if you see, he's at 410. If he had more than this, I would go ahead and Acidic Goo, increasing my damage by 25%, and then when the dive comes through, it would kill him. Being that he's at 410 right now and the low end of the dive is 390, I'm just going to cross my fingers that I don't hit him for 390, and we're going to go ahead and dive in. As you can see, the Nut Barrage was enough to get me far enough along. So once you got Rocket in here, you can go ahead and start off with the Ooze Touch. You just want to try to get some damage out there as best you can while Rocket's in the flying stage. So in round 2 here, you're going to see puts up Nature's Ward. You'll just go ahead and apply your dot here and start to use the Ooze Touch. So the dot isn't just a dot, it's also increasing your damage by 25%, which is really big as you see how this plays out. So go ahead with the Ooze Touch again. So now, if you look at what your Ooze Touch is doing here, you're hitting for typically around 406. The round before it, we hit for 406. So I know that when I go ahead, if I was to dive, I'm gonna have no problem. If I was to just go ahead and hit him, I would have no problem. The only thing I'm worried about is the Nature's Ward ramping up too high while I'm underground, that when I come up, he's all of a sudden he's at like 700 health. So you just want to make sure that you're low enough before you go ahead and do the last ability here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna use our Ooze Touch to finish it. Alright. So the first thing you need to know is getting your Mudshell Conch here against Marshmallow is critical. It doesn't matter what you're doing here, if you're just applying a hit or a dot, or the dive. I mean, ultimately the dive is the best, but let's say you don't have it and you needed it, you'll be okay, but you got to get one hit in on Marshmallow. You got to start to do some damage. So we've got some damage going on. I know that in this round I'm going to get obliterated. Yeah. So I mean, the dot typically would have done just about that much as well. The first thing you're looking to do here is use your sleep ability. Okay, and then once he's asleep, you can go ahead and use Call Darkness. And you can proceed with a sneak attack at this point. Now if you notice, nothing happened there in that round. When you go ahead and use your sneak attack this time, he does a buffing ability. At that point you take him out of the match. Alright, look, achieves! Beta achieves. Alright guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.